My name is Jimmie Cavin. I'm here to represent the citizens of Arkansas. I want to start off by saying I don't want to talk about what's in the bill. I want to talk about what the bill is going to do. It's going to take away rights that the citizens of this state have had since 1967. Every new exemption takes away a right. This isn't an appropriations bill. It's not a budget bill. Not a bathroom bill or a DEI bill. What you're going to decide is if you're going to take rights away from me, from these people. That warrants healthy discussion, because I can think of no greater decision than you'll make is to take away somebody's rights that have been guaranteed in this. And every exemption you add does that. I don't understand what the emergency is to take away my rights. In the bill, in the emergency part, it says it is found and determined by the General Assembly that not doing this is risking the peace, health, and safety afforded to Arkansans. That's me, that's them. You want to take my rights and freedoms away, because if you don't, it's going to give risk to my peace and health and safety. Now, it hasn't since 1967, but all of a sudden it does. But all of a sudden it does that. And by the way, you're saying it's an emergency. Basically, the bill is saying that I am a risk to myself, and you're going to protect me from me. I don't need protection. You know what I need protection from? I need protection from y'all. The people need protection from the government. We are not the risk. Government is the risk. And this bill just proves that. We need FOIA to protect ourselves from the government. The citizens need FOIA to protect ourselves from you. And when you take our rights away to do that, you leave us defenseless. FOIA is one of the only tools citizens have to protect themselves from government through oversight. And you want to take those rights away. Now, I want to go back to what Senator Hester said. He kept talking about protecting, right? This bill protects. This bill protects this. No, what this bill does is hides. It hides information from the citizens. Senator here, I can't remember his name. I want to clarify something too. When he talked about police officers, and he told that nice lady that, should their addresses and phone numbers and names be out there? Well, let me go ahead and clarify something right now. I have two sons. One is a firefighter and one is a police officer. And their information, their name, their addresses, and their phone numbers is already exempt. And the officers that are on the governor's security detail, I'm assuming they're assigned to a special unit. So in it for you, they're already exempt. You can't get their names. It falls under the undercover exemption. So I want to clarify that. I also want to state that last session, on this bill today, knew, other than a private contractor and government officials, do you have one citizen signed up in favor of this bill? Do you even have one? I heard a government contractor. I've seen government officials, but just like last regular session, all I'm saying is citizens. The Arkansans you talk about, the product that you want to give them, they don't want it. You talked about the product. You've put the product out here for the people, right? For the citizens. They are telling you they don't want your product. They're making it clear. So I would ask that you listen to them. Now, I will say this as well. What's going to happen today or tomorrow or eventually, we're going to find out who in the state legislature, whether it be representatives or senators, We're going to find out from each of you, do you represent citizens or do you represent government? Do you represent citizens or do you represent Governor Sanders? Now, I'll finish with this. I'm not an attorney, anything like that. Didn't go to college, barely made it through high school. I was raised down Bethlehem Church Road in Lonoke County. Dirt road, dusty and muddy. And we learned at a young age back then, roses smell good and manure don't. This bill don't smell like roses. I will also leave you with this, Senator Johnson. I'm very upset because I've watched you today when citizens up here with their passion absolutely disrespect them. And I would ask that if you want to bully somebody, bully me and leave them alone.
Sir, I will conduct this committee.
Does that include being disrespectful?
Sir,
I'm listening.
don't cut me off again or you will be removed. I'm going to speak now.
Go ahead.
It is my job as this committee chairman to have a respectful conducted and stay on the bill. I have allowed much levity to many speakers, including yourself. And if you don't respect that, I'll let you talk about all kinds of stuff that we are destroying for you, which it is not. We are a representative republic. Each one of us are citizens, and the governor is a citizen. We are a self-governing body. And that's why we are sent here as representatives of the citizens. And if the citizens' government is being abused by the system that is to protect the citizens, then it should be taken care of. The communications are different in 2022 than they were in 1967. There was no cell phones, there was no text, there was no email, and these abuses the paper was removed. They were gone for years. All you had to do is lose the paper. So don't say that to update this system to this new thing that is being abused for the citizens of Arkansas, that we are taking away your rights. That's our job, and that's why we put in this thing, that legislative council, they work for us. It removes nothing from legislative council or legislative audit. In legislative audit, we can dig into money and whatever we want to, contracts in legislative audit. That is your representatives and senators' job to hold those agencies accountable. And this does nothing to do that. I do not and will not accept that I'm trying to take your rights away in FOA by updating this legislation that was passed before I was born and say that I have bullied somebody whenever I have went through every name and tried to let everybody speak and tried to make this as transparent. I didn't even have a bill for everybody last night that would have been agreeable to the body. And that's why we did not hold a meeting. It was at the call of the chair, and I never called it because the legislature wasn't ready. And that is our job, is to get this right. And I feel like we have done our job is updating everything that was on the call that the governor called us down here for. I appreciate your comments, and I was born and raised on a dirt road, and I'm still proud of that, and thank you for your comments. Thank you,
yes, let me say this. Well, we didn't even ask questions. Are you not going to allow them to ask me questions? You know, that's wrong. That's disrespectful, and you're being a bully.
Listen,
that's all you're being.
I'm trying to get through this list.
No, you're taking away rights. You're taking away people's rights, and you're being a bully to these people, and you're trying it with me. It's not going to work with me.
Officers,